Hey team, welcome to the November team meeting. Just want to start off by saying I'm really happy to have all you guys on the team. Everyone's doing great, and we're getting a lot of good feedback from the rest of the hotel. So keep up the good work. We got a good thing going. So I'm going to start off. I'm trying to get kind of a format for this. If anybody's got any things they want to see changed on these meetings, I'm going to try to run through it quick. This one's going to be a little long because we didn't have one last month because the water main break pretty much had us completely inundated with stuff to deal with, so I kind of skipped it. But anyway, I will have a form posted soon where every month, if you view this video, you can just sign the form out here. I give it to HR and they know that we're having team meetings, so more to come on that. Try to run through this stuff fast. So things coming up in November, we got the recirc pump in the boiler room for the domestic hot water that is going to be installed as soon as I can get it scheduled on a low occupancy couple of days. We have the cooling tower cleaning on the 18th. I have ordered new valves. Actually, I ordered them about 2 months ago, but I'm still waiting. They're back ordered for units 5A and 4A. That is 5A is G through J, 4A is for F. Right now, those are those valves aren't working. I think F is closed on the cooling, and I think G through J is actually stuck open on the cooling. So as soon as those come in, it's gonna be a quick swap on those, and we should get those air handlers improved. Units 9 and 14 are good to go. So the heating coils were replaced on unit 9, and the heating and cooling were replaced on unit 14. I am having Design Mechanical put some new free stats in those, so we don't have any more broken coils. But let's be mindful and careful with using outside air dampers. If there's a moment that it makes sense to do it, set a timer on your phone or something. Just make sure we're circling back, we're communicating to each other that we've got a damper open, because that's, it can be dangerous. It can be catastrophic. So just be smart. Ownership is coming on Wednesday, November 6th for budgetary stuff, but he's going to be walking around. This is the big dog, big money. So I have a small list of just some little things. We're going to try to, just get the place looking a little bit better. No big deal. Finishing up the back lot soon. Just today, they're out there with some form lumber. Had 6 or 8 guys were out there. Looks like they're getting set to pour the rest of the concrete, and then we'll have asphalt, and they'll be painting the stripes in the parking lot soon. So I'll keep you guys posted on that. Open enrollment for insurance it's on now. So just check that out. It'll be in your workday tasks. Take advantage of these dumpsters that we're still, until they get the back lot completely finished where we can get trucks in and out fully. We'll have dumpsters, that 40-yard open top out there. I got a new one coming on Friday. So I know in the boiler room we got big whale trash containers that are full of junk that we need to get pushed out there when that one's empty, and kind of take advantage of the situation, clean up a little bit more of our spaces if we have time. Panasonic is going to be scaling up in November. I think we're going to reach all the way to 40 rooms on 7th floor by the end of November. So watch the videos on YouTube for how we set those rooms. If things change or if we start having issues, let's communicate them really well within our team and figure out the easiest way. And if I have to communicate something, hold on a second, it's weather radios on the fritz. So back to Panasonic, if we have to create some kind of a Japanese, create a document that's in Japanese that they can read, that tells them how we want them to plug in or whatever, we can do that. So let's just see how that continues to play out. A few things I want to see you guys continuing to approve. So this is the NAG section of the meeting here. let's make sure we're keeping our shirts tucked in, especially when ownership's here. This is from George. He came and mentioned it to me today. Communicate with the front desk and housekeeping when we complete things that they've assigned or that they've given to a service call. So if housekeeping or front desk call you on the radio, give you a call or an issue with the guest room, we need to follow up with them and say, hey, by the way, radioing back, room 542, I looked at the shower door, it's fine, and let them know. So because front desk actually enters those calls into a computer system, so we help them get the proper information in there, and it also reflects good on our team because there's all these calls that are listed from the front desk, and so we just need to make sure that we're closing the loop so everyone on whatever team knows that things are completed or not completed, and that includes within our team too. So if there's an issue that's unresolved, please in the logbook notate that. If you got 542 shower door, couldn't get it fixed, still needs to be repaired, or let's come up with a way that when the other team, the evening guys or the morning guys show up, we can look at that and say, okay, this one still needs to be resolved, this one still needs to be resolved, instead of having to circle back and discover it. We can communicate it. What else? We got so clarifying in the logbook, I wanted to mention Brandon on this. A lot of times if there's something that's unable to be repaired or fixed or something, Brandon will shoot me a text the next morning, let me know, hey, this, we had a problem with this, here's where we got with it, here's what we still need to do. And that kind of sets us up for success on the next shift to be able to tackle it as quickly and easily as we can. So kudos to Brandon on that. I'd like to see everybody just continue to communicate within our team. Wanted to also mention moving guests should always be a last resort. I know sometimes we need to move them. Sometimes the hotel is pretty empty and it makes sense to get people, just to easily say, hey, would you like a different room? It's a lot about timing. Maybe they just arrived. It's easy for them to move to another room. I get all that. If we have to take a room and put it into VM because of an issue, relocate a guest, please fall back if you can on your shift. Go back to that room, go back to that project, get it resolved, write in the logbook that it's completed or not completed. Just don't move the guest and then pass the issue on to the next group of guys showing up. Try to see if you can get it fixed. Please make sure that we're plugging in the radios. I know a couple of these charging cables are not good. I got to get with Brooke. It's on my material list. I'm going to try to see if we can get some more cables for charging. Continue to clean up dishes. We're doing pretty good, but just make sure we don't have dishes laying around like these, for instance, in my own office. So it's all of us. Also projects, if you complete a project, please try to clean up at the end. I know things get busy and we run from one thing to the next, but my grandpa was in the Air Force. He told me, there's 3 parts to the project: getting ready for the project, performing the project, and then cleaning up and closing the loop at the end. So let's try to all practice that and just clean up after ourselves. What else do we got? Oh, and just generally cleaning up and organizing things if you have downtime. It's totally fine. Also, if you write in the logbook cleaning and organizing mechanical room, that's great. So we got to make sure to communicate, like I was saying, how Brandon communicates with me. Let's make sure we're communicating within the team. We had a couple guys where, one guy turned on the fill valve for the pool, and then another guy was working in that room. Guy 1 assumed that guy number 2 would notice that the fill valve was on. Guy number 2 didn't notice, and we filled the pool up for a long time. It cost us a lot of water. So just things like that. Make sure, if you're valving something on, or if you're shutting off a knife switch or a breaker or something, at least communicate that it's, if it's an electrical thing, communicate that it's off or why. If you've cracked a valve open, especially a fill valve on something, it's your baby. It's on you. Take ownership. Make sure that you are making sure that's valved off before you leave work. Don't assume somebody else is going to just see it and shut it off. So Continue to watch for training emails. I'll keep you guys informed whenever I hear info about it. I get the NAG emails because I missed the training as well. So it's all of us just got to figure out when we're supposed to do it and get it done. If everybody please take lunch breaks when you can. I know there's exceptions when there's one guy and you're busy, and that all makes sense. If there's a couple guys on shift and it's not a real busy day or anything, please take a lunch. I've mentioned it several times before. Let's try to be better about that. Also, you know, if there's a project assigned to you or if there's a work list or something that's hanging up out here that we've talked about, please try to be assertive about knocking things off that. I'll try to do my best to make sure you guys have realistic expectations for me and assignments and things like that if there's a project or something that needs to be done. But also try to be assertive and just think, you know, if you got downtime, organize, clean things, or look around and say, oh, there's all these projects on this list that need to be knocked out. You know, just please do your best to knock things out when we're here. So, and then also please leave in the logbook, if you are working on a project, just where it's at, you know. If you're halfway through something, say, I got this far, please, you know, move on from there. So we got the actuators, motors, valves, and thermostats, all, you know, anything that anyone notices that's an issue, put it on the tracker out here on the dry erase board. We're trying to get a good snapshot of the worst rooms that need the most attention, so we can be effective with our CapEx money. We've got a good chunk of money for the next few years that we can make repairs on these things. Phones are not used anymore for now until we get a service order system or something, so strictly just going on the relays for right now. Please pay attention to the parking gate schedules and be on the ball with that. Also, end of shift, start of shift, make sure the parking gates are down. It's a revenue generator, so if we leave them up or something, I have people, they confront me about it just about on the spot. Why is the parking gate up? So just try to watch for that. Continue to watch videos for little procedures and things that we have going on around here. I'll continue to share them with you guys. And yeah, I will just try to improve my communication with you guys as well. Wasn't trying to nag everybody. I think everyone's doing a wonderful job. We're coming into what's typically a slower time of the season. We're gonna have, you know, ice and snow and things like that coming up though. So just appreciate everyone's commitment, appreciate everybody being a solid employee and responsible and all that good stuff. So keep up the good work, guys. Really appreciate you all.